Yes, I have returned with more Diablo 4 news and updates with official news about the next major patch, exact release times for Season 1. A very big change is happening with Sacreds and Ancestrals, which is going to be making the game so much better going forward. And get this, there's actually one Uber Unique coming to the game very soon. Also, a key game feature was just disabled, but why? We'll get into that. And it's your chance to get involved if you happen to discover anything amazing when the patch goes live, whether it's new unique or a legendary item. You can now submit your gameplay clip and findings by following the link in the description below. Now, I will be also highlighting your findings with full credit to you. This game is just way too big for me to discover everything on my own. And yeah, I think it's time that I ask for help from you all, see what you guys can find, and then highlight your gameplay. So yeah, check it out in the description below if you want to be highlighted in my future videos. All right, so let's get into the official stuff right now. Check it out. It says, when does Diablo 4 Season 1 start? Let's scroll on down here. It says Season 1 of Diablo 4, Season of the Malignant, will hit live servers on July 20th, of course. And while Blizzard didn't give us exact timing during the live stream, the season's website has a countdown timer leading to the season's launch. Based on the timer, you should be able to log in, start your new character, and start playing Season 1 of the Malignant at the same time in all regions around the world on Thursday, July 20th. Here are the time frames for you all. You could pause the screen now. Also mentioning that season website, check it out right here. I'm going to throw this in the description below so you could follow the link if you want to follow the actual countdown timer for yourself. So yeah, many options there on how to actually get into Season 1 pretty much immediately when it launches. All right, so let's go to Twitter, shall we? With official replies from the dev team. So check it out right here. It says this: hey, any chance we can get the 1.1 patch notes? Every other game you guys release them a few days early, and I would love to know what's changing with classes so I know what gear I can farm until the patch drops. Please. And we have a response here from Adam Fletcher who says this: the notes are being localized. We have players globally, so we tend to wait until they are localized fully. It's 6,600 words, so it's quite a lot. So you can see this patch is going to be absolutely massive, and I expect those patch notes to be dropping either today or tomorrow. Usually with Diablo 4, they have been dropping the patch notes right alongside the release of the actual patch itself for the most part. All right, so yeah, there's also going to be this one right here. We've got to talk about how, yeah, there's going to be maintenance on July 18th. And if we scroll down here, this comes from Icy Veins. They did some investigating. It says the Diablo 4 patch 1.1 that prepares the game for Season 1 will result in a 3-hour maintenance this week. The maintenance will start at 10 a.m. PT and conclude at 1 p.m. PT. If we scroll down here, we can see it right here on the list for 7/18/2023, beginning at 10 a.m. PTT. So, yeah, the more you know, be aware there is going to be a maintenance window during that time frame. All right, back to Twitter. We have this one right here. Is there a reason why you choose to release on Thursday rather than on Friday? Adam Fletcher goes on to say this: because having people available Thursday and Friday on work days as opposed to making people work over a weekend, work-life balance is important for everyone, and the wonderful production team tried to prioritize that with the team. Heart emoticon. And you know what? I love this. Honestly, that is super important. It seems like they're really on it with not burning out their Diablo 4 team, which is going to be critical. This is going to be a long-term game, guys. So yeah, I think this is very significant news right here. It says Diablo 4 will cap sacred and ancestral item level requirements from Season 1. No more level 100 items. So let's get into this. It says Diablo 4 Season 1 will be introducing level requirement caps for certain items. As Diablo 4 Associate Game Director Joe Porpora revealed in an interview with German outlet GameStar, Season 1 will be capping the required level for specific items. Now, sacred items will be capped at level 60, while ancestral items will have a level requirement cap of 80. Furthermore, it says, this is a little bit confusing at first. What Porpora is getting at here is that you'll basically never find a sacred item with a level requirement of higher than 60 or an ancestral item that demands your character be higher level 80 in order to wield it. Scroll down, it says it might seem a little bit of a silly feature at first, but it's quietly great news. Once you hit level 100 with a rogue, for example, you'll only typically find level 100 items, meaning that your level 60 barbarian alt can't obtain and wield any barbarian specific items you find while playing your rogue. Furthermore, it says the new change means if your rogue finds a sacred barbarian item, your level 60 barbarian will finally be able to wield it because it'll be capped at a level requirement of 60. This means it'll be easier to obtain in-game level gear for your side characters in Diablo 4. This is absolutely fantastic news and a great direction that they are taking this, making it easier for you to essentially really do some cool things with your alt characters. And we got to talk about this headline from Wowhead. It says, one new Uber Unique is coming with Diablo 4 Season 1. And you know what? Previously, we thought that there were going to be no Uber Uniques with the introduction of Season 1. Well, it seems like that's not the case. Check it out. It says this right here. Well, it's been previously reported that Season of the Malignant will introduce players to 6 new unique items. In a recent Forbes interview with game director Joe Shelley and Diablo general manager Rod Ferguson, it was confirmed that one new Uber Unique will be among the 6 unique items coming to Diablo 4's first season. And as you can see here, here's Paul Tassi of Forbes saying Blizzard has now told me there's actually one new Uber Unique, the one in a million ones coming in Season 1. So yeah, of course, that's going to be super difficult to find that. Good luck to anyone that actually tries to seek that out. They have not mentioned if they're going to be changing up the drop rates or the rarity of super Uber Uniques, but it seems like to me a lot of the community wants it to be super rare, you know? Let me know if you think they should have more chances to actually obtain these super rare items, or do you think, hey, leave it as is? Sound off in the comments down below. Yeah, what's going on with that feature that was disabled in Diablo 4? Well, check it out right here. It goes on to say this: Hatred's Chosen, temporarily disabled in Fields of Hatred. This was confirmed by, of course, Adam Fletcher. He says, hello, the team has identified an issue in PvP where we are needing to disable the Hatred's Chosen power in Fields of Hatred. Players will still see the UI for Hatred's Chosen while this is disabled, but they will no longer see the buff deployed. Hatred's Chosen will not reward Seeds of Hatred on hit. Now it says, we will be working on a fix in an upcoming update, and we'll update the community when this is enabled again after a fix has been shipped. Probably wondering, hey, why in the world would they do this to this feature? Isn't it really important? Well, it might have to do something with this. 500 plus million Seeds of Hatred from only a few players killed, and it says, here's a regular player randomly walking into some exploit creative use of game mechanic shenanigans and receiving a very unexpected surprise. The bug oversight in question has since been addressed, but it's a pretty interesting story nonetheless. How did they get that many seeds? Now it says, Superb yesterday, 2666, headed into a PvP zone and happened upon some players trying to cash in their Seeds of Hatred or Red Dust. These seeds they were trying to deposit come from a very specific bug oversight that has been farmed recently. It involves the Hatred's Chosen buff event, and here's how it works. When you gather 100 points in PvP by killing players, you get the Hatred's Chosen buff. This starts a 5-minute event where you gain Seeds of Hatred on hit. Some crafty players then went and got a low item level, high attack speed weapon and farmed those seeds at crazy high rates. Then they could also form teams and kill each other to both get the buff and then share the wealth later as the Hatred's Chosen player drops their seeds evenly to those that kill them. Now, aside from the special PvP cosmetics you can get, you can also gamble for items with the Red Dust currency, which you get from the seeds, same as with ovals, so it's not quite as harmless as it may seem. And that explains exactly why they went ahead and disabled it momentarily. Of course, I'll keep you guys in the know as to when this feature will return to the game. As it stands, you know, it's a bummer this has happened. It's just when there's exploits like this, Blizzard has to take a step back and go, whoa, it's unacceptable. We're not going to let certain individuals take advantage of the system like this. And unfortunately, yeah, it seems to punish the entire community overall, those that are really trying to unfortunately enjoy Fields of Hatred. All right, so we got to talk about this one as well. Check it out. It goes on to say this right here. It says how to get the Scroll of Amnesia in Diablo 4 Season 1. This is absolutely critical to know because the Scroll of Amnesia is a new item coming in Season 1 that lets you refund all of your allocated skill points and Paragon points for free. Now, in the latest post, we're looking on how to get it. Let's keep scrolling. It says how to obtain the Scroll of Amnesia in Diablo 4. First, you'll need a seasonal character. All seasonal characters will have access to something called a season journey. The journey consists of multiple chapters, and each chapter has a list of objectives you might complete. This is free and separate from the battle pass, by the way, although the challenges you complete for the journey also reward you with favor, which progresses the battle pass. Now, they gave an example here. They say one of the chapters rewards the Scroll of Amnesia, which is Blizzard's reaction to expensive respec and the tedium of manually unlearning the Paragon nodes. There will be more challenges than needed in each chapter, so you won't have to clear them all to progress. So yeah, it's going to be super important to explore the season journey. Do not hesitate on that, because as you can clearly see, this reward here is significant. This is only a band-aid, by the way, to the Paragon board problem. They have a plan in motion behind the scenes where they plan to perhaps have it much easier to reset those Paragon board nodes and points going forward. So I don't know when that's going to be happening, but again, they're working on it. This is going to be the band-aid to that problem. Now, Adam Fletcher did say this out on Twitter. He says this: people that have purchased Diablo 4 Digital Deluxe and Ultimate Editions of the game receive one premium Battle Pass unlock. You will be able to activate it via the Battle Pass menu after you start a seasonal character, can be claimed for Season 1 or future season. And we do have some follow-up questions as well. Check it out right here. It says, let me get this right. As I want to understand correctly, we have 4 seasons and we can only get the Deluxe, Ultimate only get 1 unlock. And then we would have to purchase every season thereafter, correct? Adam Fletcher did confirm. It says, it's a token for any season you choose. Battle passes are fully optional. You could still do the season without them. They are just extra cosmetic rewards. So yeah, there you have it on that one. Now, Adam Fletcher did say this as well. He says, after the 1.10 patch hits, or anytime during the season, you can log in with your most progressed character in the Eternal Realm to carry that map altar progress into your seasonal character. But what happens if one character has 10 altars in Scotland, another has 5 in Kazakhstan? The reply is this: you can log on both after 1.1 hits, and you will then have 15 collected altars on your seasonal character as it is additive. Completing the whole map altars before 1.10 will be a nice boost for those that put in the work. Again, all I have to suggest, I'm going to say this again and again, is when the patch releases tomorrow on the 18th, lock into all of your characters, your main, and then all of your alts to ensure that all of your progress is propagated into your Season 1 character when it comes time on the 20th for you to create that new Season 1 character. All right, now it's time to go over your top comments. Remember, leave a comment down below. It could end up right here in a future video, so let's do this. My most recent video was this one right here, new Season 1 Superpower. Malignant Tunnels versus Nightmare Dungeons and more Season 1 updates. Check it out. A lot of really good information, particularly about Nightmare Dungeons versus Malignant Tunnels and some key differences there, which should make Malignant Tunnels maybe better than Nightmare Dungeons. We'll see. All right, so we have Epic Blumpkin Pumpkin who says this: hey man, love the content. Keep it up by informing us with breaking news. Hope this comment is featured in the next episode. Yeah, it's like sitting here for me to read, so here you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then we have this one right here from Don's Doom. He says, keep the videos coming, even if it's just tiny tidbits of new info. I'm here for it. I always get worried that I'm going to, overdo it on like thumbnails or something. I'm really trying to focus on getting my videos out, but not overhyping them, I want you guys to be entertained. But yeah, I'm also going to be covering the more nuanced information as well to keep you guys in the know constantly of what's happening. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching no matter what. All right, so we have this one from Alisai, I believe it is. The Wrathful aren't actually more powerful, and they're talking about the Wrathful Hearts. They're just a lot more rare because they are universal. They can go into any colored socket. What I want to know is if the Butcher can spawn as a Malignant Dude. Dude, that is such a good question. I guess we will find out. My God, he better drop something absolutely amazing if that's the case. Then we have another comment also highlighting that yes, the white hearts could be socketed into any slot, not just the color of the heart. So the more you know. Now it says the Bolden says, really agree about the struggle after level 75 or so, all the way up to 100. I did get a unique here and there that changed my gameplay, but the loop was the same. There are several activities to do. They just feel like a snooze fest most of the time. Amazing looking world bosses are no challenge at all. That's exact. You 100% correct on that one. To the point where the challenge is trying to die from them. Whispers could be fun, but zero challenge. Hell Tides are great for resources, but offer little to no challenge either. Leaving you with nightmare dungeons as while fixes change. It's the same over and over again for 25 levels. I really like the game in general and hope they can smooth out the journey towards the end of the level ranges. Yeah, that's their biggest challenge right now, is how to keep people entertained, past that level 70 period. It just seems like people fall off, So I think they're really going to have to go in and rework the end game quite significantly. I think that they have to do stuff with world bosses. They could throw in some sub bosses, in my opinion, in the Hell Tides. There's more interesting events they could also throw in there. There's a really cool event in particular that I do love with the Hell Tides, and it's this tornadic event that happens, like a huge tornado spawns enemies. In my opinion, they need more of that, but with tougher enemies, even more tougher enemies. Perhaps a surprise boss formulates out of that tornado or what have you. But yeah, they need to get more creative with that. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned here for more Diablo 4 news and updates. As always, I have you guys covered, and I will see you all next time. Take care.